I still have a voice after yelling so much last night.
Hey guys, welcome to Hope with Jonathan. And today I have some special guests. I got Jeff Brown all the way from Abu Dhabi, and I've got Chris Acosta from Los Angeles, California. And today hey Chris, we're gonna interview Chris Acosta today and let him tell his personal story and advocate for him, a living donor. Hey Chris, how you been doing, bud?
Considering what I'm going through, I'm doing great. I am very, very, very positive, and it's been uplifting because it's been everything. The last few weeks, it's been promising, and
that's awesome.
Hopefully soon we get to share the amazing news everybody's been, hoping for, not just for me, but for other people. Because I'm not on this, I'm not on this boat by myself.
Right. So that sounds amazing.
I can't tell you, Chris, how good it is to see your face right now, and it is an honor to advocate for you, man. And
yeah. Well, dude,
I love seeing the smile on your face right now, and congratulations on your Los Angeles Dodgers and their title win.
Well, they're not mine. They're the city of LA's, but I'm glad to be part of the ever-growing bandwagon, as they call it. I didn't realize there's actually 25 million Dodger fans worldwide. That's amazing.
Wow. Yeah, I watched the series and a couple of games. It was an amazing series, but I had this feeling all along the Dodgers would take it. They just seemed like the stronger team. So.
Well, we had to, man, because if we didn't, that's the end of it.
Yeah. You guys had pitching, you had athleticism with Mookie Betts, and you had some home run hitters with the guy named Turner. So you guys had some great players on that team.
It's the industry. Everybody did their part, even on the days where we didn't do so well. But everybody did their part. Just the way we do our part with our team, You, Jeffrey, Jared, and all the other advocates, and who else? Jim Myers now, and it's so many people. Dude, our team, we have our ups and downs, but we are still trucking because we want to get to that pedestal and hold that trophy high.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
And that. I would also use that analogy, Chris, to your Facebook page, right? So everybody has a role, and everybody has a function. And I would dare say that the people who support your page can be home run hitters, or they can be the leadoff, they can be the pitcher.
They're pitchers, right? They're subs. Without the subs, our team won't function because some folks aren't available every day.
That's right.
That's something us kidney warriors that have you guys as advocates have to understand that. Hey, we might start this game, and we got we have our people, our go-to guys that we always go to, but they're not always going to be there. So we have to do our part, go as far as possible as we can, and then if we can't do it, get a sub, ask for help. Bring somebody else into it, let you recharge your batteries, and keep going on the next.
That's right.
That's right.
How do you feel when you know that you're not in this by yourself? That you have a team of players coming in to help you, and not only other team members, but coaches and.
I feel good knowing I have a team that has my back, and I want other people to realize that you too can have a team. You have to go out there and seek them. Get people that will support you and that would help you, regardless if you're not feeling your best or they're not available all the time. But there's other people that will advocate for you and speak up for you and show others that together, things can be accomplished.
That's great, Chris. That's a great analogies and great feedback. So, Chris, right now you're suffering with kidney disease. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got diagnosed with kidney disease and your story?
Well, mine started because I'm a diabetic, which, if as many people know and don't know, that kidney disease is something that affects us besides heart disease and vision loss and stuff like that. And my kidney disease actually came from I ended up in the hospital with a spider bite, and it infected my bloodstream, and unfortunately I lost my foot because of the care that I wasn't receiving properly. And while in the hospital, my kidneys took a shock and they got damaged. And next thing I know, I'm being told that I'm going to start dialysis. No, hey, your kidneys are bad. You might, we need to change your diet or do this. And no, straight to dialysis. And at first, I'm like scratching my head. I'm thinking, I don't want to be on dialysis because my mom passed away of complications from treatment of dialysis, not because of she was really bad. She passed away because of the treatment she was receiving.
Really?
Yes, and that's why it scared me. I lost my mom because of it, because of things that were surrounding dialysis. And my dad, before he passed, he had just started dialysis, but I'm like, too young to be on this. I'm too young to have to go through this. But back then, I really didn't understand. I really didn't understand what dialysis really was, because when my mom had it, she only had it for a few months.
So you're saying both your mother and your father were on dialysis at one time or another?
Yeah. My mom, because of many things that went wrong while she was receiving treatment for other things in the hospital, and my dad had just started his dialysis when he passed. But my dad didn't. My dad was stubborn, to say the least, and didn't always want to have to deal with it because he saw what it did to my mom as well. Yeah. And so he, but when he passed, he passed away from other illnesses that he was battling, not necessarily due to the kidney disease or treatment of dialysis. He had an ongoing illness, and so that's what, unfortunately, he passed away.
That happens a lot to kidney patients. Most of the time, it's not so much the kidney disease, but it ends up being something like a heart disease or a heart attack or something, cardiovascular. So yeah, kidney disease is a hard disease to deal with, and especially when you see the effects. It not only affects you, it affects the whole family. So it's
it's an ongoing. People don't realize it's an underlying condition that when it attacks one thing, other things are following suit, or they're all just gonna collide. And
exactly.
End of it.
Well, and kidney disease makes kidney warriors more susceptible to cardiovascular, heart disease. And if you have kidney disease, you most likely either have hypertension, high blood pressure, that is, or diabetes. And because those are the two leading causes.
Or all of them.
Now, we forget that you kidney warriors once a year have to go through a medical evaluation to stay on the kidney transplant list, to be eligible. Now, what that means is all these other extenuating extracurricular circumstances surrounding kidney disease and the other illnesses that you have, any one of those myriad of illnesses could very well preclude you from staying on the transplant list.
Yes.
And we as kidney warriors had to do our part as well to take care of ourselves. But
that's right.
There's man where I'll be at treatment and my BP just drops. And make sure when you go home you take your meds. Like, why am I going to take my meds if my BP's low? If I take it, I'm going to not be lower.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I experienced that problem as well in center. I had an issue, especially about the last hour to go. I had a lot of problems with my blood pressure. All of a sudden would just start tanking. And they would they would adjust my temperature, my body temperature, to try to help bring it back up a little bit. But then about the last 20 minutes, it would just tank. And sometimes my pressures were like 80 over 50. And
really?
Which is,
so when that happens, do you get cramps when that happens? Do you get cramps?
Oh, big time.
I would, but what would happen is when I would do a standing blood pressure, I would almost just about fall over, because it made me dizzy. So what they would end up doing is they would either give me something to drink like water, or sometimes it would happen in the chair. Yeah, they would give me fluid, from the saline bag to make sure that I got some of the fluid. And a lot of times in center, it was a result of them trying to challenge or pull off too much weight, too much fluid.
And that's the correct.
I've heard that.
We're going to challenge you.
They're trying to pull out too much fluid. That's the reason behind that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but they always tell you that. They always tell you that. Oh, we're going to challenge you today.
Yeah.
And then when they have to stop the machine, like, oh, well, you didn't make it. Well, I didn't make it. I didn't ask you to challenge me.
Yeah.
I guess that's where you try to have a consistent technicians, continuity in the technicians that you have, the dialysis technicians or the nurses there. So you don't have someone different who's not acquainted with your intake of or outtake of fluids.
Yeah, they don't see it that way. What I do now, even though you're not supposed to, I always carry a banana in my bag. As soon as I'm done and I cramp, I eat. I take some of the. I'll eat like half a banana because I'm not going home like that, man.
Yeah.
So the banana, I know it gives you energy. It's good for energy, but it's also full of potassium, right?
Yeah, that's the thing though. It's like you need that potassium because you're cramping because they're taking all the nutrients out of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh no, you're not supposed to do that. Like, well, you're not supposed to send me home like this, and you still do it.
Yeah.
There's a guy at my center. Oh my God bless his soul. I don't even know how he does it. His name is Mr. Powell. He'll go to Walgreens because, of course, we all know Walgreens is next door to DeVita, and he'll buy himself a 2 liter soda. And
now, when you say soda, is it? See, you can drink the Sprites or the 7-Ups, but you really should stay away from the dark colored sodas, especially ones with caffeine.
Yeah, he drinks the dark ones, the Dr. Peppers, the Cokes. He'll be sitting in his chair, and he'll drink a soda because he knows his BP's gonna drop. He'll drink some, and he does his treatment standing up. He don't sit down. I don't know how he does it. Yes, I don't know how he does it. I honestly don't know. He does his treatment standing up.
I'm surprised they let him do that because when your feet are raised up, it helps with the blood pressure. That's one of the reasons why they recline your feet.
No, they let him do whatever he wants because they've had issues with him before, I think. And the guy, he's a nice guy. Don't get me wrong, he's a nice guy. But dude, when I first started seeing him doing his treatment standing up, I'm like, is he gonna sit down? No. And that's how he'll drink. He'll literally drink like half a 2 liter of soda in that treatment.
Wow.
And then when you don't see him at the treatment, you know what's wrong. You know something's wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not on the transplant list, and he doesn't ever plan on getting on the transplant list.
He's not.
So Chris, you're currently in center.
Yeah.
Doing in-center dialysis and hemo.
I couldn't do hemo. I mean the PD side. I couldn't do the home treatment because the thing is that there's no one. It's just that the fact that it's hard for me to get around because I'm an amputee.
Yeah.
So it's hard to have all that stuff stored here in my home, and the people work, and I can't rely on like asking my nieces or nephews to help me out. So I rather the treatment, the DaVita from my home is literally a mile away. If I wanted to, I could go in my wheelchair.
Okay.
Okay.
It's by my house.
Yeah. Well, that's an option.
Even though it's a mile away, and you literally could if you had to wheelchair your way there.
I wanted to.
How do you get there? Do they provide transportation to you?
Yeah. Either transportation or I'll get an Uber.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But there's days where they forget they kindly forget to pick me up, so I gotta get an Uber.
Okay.
But no, it's so close. It's really close. It's like I could probably even put my prosthetic on and walk with my wheelchair to DaVita. That's how close it is.
Okay.
So
well, at least you have options.
Oh no, I got 3 of them.
Options.
Yeah, I have 3 centers by my house within literally less than 2 miles.
Okay.
Wow.
That's a good thing, but it's also scary. That tells you that's too many. Just in this
little
area.
I mean, that means there's a demand of people, in need of, dialysis that badly. If you have that many, in the area.
Oh yeah, 36. I think I just read recently 36 million. I think are right now suffering with chronic kidney disease, which is a lot of people
in the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's either worldwide or U.S. I'm not sure about that, but
I don't think that's the U.S. alone. But
it's a lot of people.
People don't realize this disease is growing at a rapid pace more than any other thing.
Yeah.
Because it comes
a large percentage don't even know they have it. A large percentage.
It's either too late or it's to a point where they can't reverse it.
Yeah.
And I really, I have a family friend who just started dialysis at home, and I think her kidneys were, when she had gotten tested, she was still like at 40%, I think, and they already wanted to put her on dialysis at 40%. I'm like, no, and I advise her, don't.
No.
Unless your kidneys are really failing, don't do dialysis. There's many, you could reverse it. You could do other things.
Right. No, I didn't even know that nephrologists would even authorize that or approve that.
Well, they wanted to give her a transplant.
What, stage 3?
Yeah, I think they wanted to already put her on the list at 40%.
Well, that's a great idea.
They're a nephrologist, and I've advocated for people that have been on the preemptive transplant list. So nephrologists, they can project at the rate, the GFR's been from, the time that they've seen them, and they can project that you will reach stage 5 and, GFR 15. They can project that and say, all right, we're going to put you on the preemptive transplant list as a result.
Yep.
But I've never heard of anyone starting, dialysis that early. I mean, you're right. They could do a lot of different things, change their diet, exercise, do a number of things that would halt the progression and maybe even preclude it from even ever reaching stage 5.
With her, she was literally like, if the doctor said jump, and she would say how high, and I'm like, oh my god, no! Like you need a different doctor. You need to get better advice. Because the fact that they want to already put you on dialysis at 40%, I'm like, you're at least 2.5 years away.
Right.
You don't remember.
You never know.
So
And now she's
Chris, where are you currently listed at for your transplant? If you was to get a donor, where are you currently listed?
I am currently listed at Keck of USC in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And
Okay.
they're an amazing team, man. I cannot speak any more highly of them. If I call to ask questions or even just to chit chat, they're always there.
Yeah.
They're
That's
always
great.
there, and I have an amazing, well, I want to say an amazing team of coordinators because they get shifted around often, but I've always have the same consistent coordinator or the same team. If one can answer a question, call so and so. You might know more.
Yeah.
You might have what you need. And it's man, they've been very, very happy with everything we've been doing with the social media and on the internet about getting people to come in to get screened because they're even they when I did my first webcast with Warriors Quest with Jared and dude, it's like we saw your webcast and they actually projected it in their meeting room so you could watch it.
Oh, awesome.
Really?
They were really excited that one of their own was being was getting help.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I love to hear that. Chris.
That's awesome.
So no, I was excited too when they saw me make myself. They saw me make a fool out of myself.
So you're just down the road from Brian, right? Brian Olivas. You're just down the road from him, right?
I'm not sure what part of LA County he's in, but I know he's here. I know he's around here.
So
most of the time,
you're in East LA, right?
Southeast. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Brian's in Duarte.
Oh, he's north of me. He's about like half an hour.
Yeah,
he's north.
Yeah, and
then Jazz.
He's listed at UCLA.
Right. Oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah. He's listed at UCLA.
Yeah. Jasmine Villarreal.
Right. Jasmine is listed at the same center as you.
She's south of me. I think she's in San Pedro.
Okay, so remind me. She's in San Pedro.
She's in San Pedro, yeah.
So there's a total of 3 of you right now that we know of that are in the LA area that are in need of a kidney. I'm sure there's many, many more, but right now there's 3 of you that we're advocating for.
Yeah, and what did Jackie tell me? She mentioned that I guess one of her friends got screened, and they said he could be a possible, but I guess he's on a weight loss program to get in. To help her out. So I wish him much luck. I gave her some advice to tell him what to do, and soon.
Let me
BMI thing is a showstopper for a lot of people. Isn't it usually it's set like at a 30 BMI most
I have no idea, to be honest. I know you can't be. I think the donor cannot be over 230 or 240 or 40 pounds. I think. So I don't know what the BMI would be on that. So I might be wrong on that on the weight size, but I know somewhere in that range.
It depends upon height and body size and the total mass.
And that's where the whole body mass index comes into play. Yeah.
Yeah, I just hope they don't tell me I have to lose more weight.
Have you had any potentials, Chris?
From the last time I gave an update in regards to potentials, I know they have a list of potentials, but due to this whole pandemic, it's hard to get people in because you have to spread them. You have to look at they have to look at their schedules and be like, okay, when can we get this person to come in, and hopefully try to get them to come in. And it all depends if they live if they live nearby, because I live in LA, and if I get a potential other than like New Hampshire, and that's a lot of scheduling to be done, because you have to get them to come in for the evaluation, the lab work, and that's literally like 2 days. Like that they have to take, not counting like they have to come the day before, and find so it's like literally 4 days of their time, and if they work, they have to take some time off, and it's I understand it's time consuming and it's worth it, but we have to be considerate of the person that's willing to get
and like you said, organizationally and logistically, it's more difficult during the pandemic.
Yeah, because when I talked to my coordinator that day, she's like, if they were to call you, would you come in? I'm like, yes. And then she said, even though we're in a pandemic and the virus doesn't scare you. I'm like, well, I'm more scared of not getting the call than getting a call and then thinking about, no, I'm going to wait until this blows over.
Exactly.
Let me encourage you with that. I actually got transplanted in August, and the COVID was still going on 2 months ago, and in San Antonio too. San Antonio is one of the largest cities in America, so there was risk, but like you said, I would much rather risk getting a chance at life again than versus getting COVID. And they had strict regulations. My wife had to wait outside. They wouldn't even let her come in. She could only visit at certain times of the day and only stay for just a short amount of time. So they had, and they had real strict regulations. When I went back for surgery, she had to stay back. As a matter of fact, at first they made her wait in her car due to COVID. So
in the car,
but they brought her into a waiting area and then let her see me before I went back to surgery. But everybody was masked up from head to toe with mask and gown and shields. And, they were following all strict procedures, gloves, everything. So,
some of the techs that we have, though, they have double masks and they still got their shield on. And I'm like, and then the last time when I went to the hospital for gastro issues, dude, the doctors are walking around with no mask. So, and I'm like,
that's not good.
Like, these guys are like,
I don't understand that. We're in a pandemic. You think that every hospital in America would not only recognize that, but act accordingly and respect that.
Yeah. But these doctors, they're the front line, and if they're willing to risk, themselves, more power to them.
Yeah.
So, Chris, you've had to conquer some extraordinary obstacles. Not only at the beginning when you found out you had, to go through you went through the process of this spider bite that led to an infection that led to your amputation of your leg, right?
Yeah.
But now, after overcoming all this, and you always have a smile on your face. I admire that about you so much, man.
I'm trying to keep smiling. There's I may have so many downs, and I've came across so many obstacles, but the light, my road is always lit. I'm not the most religious person, but I have faith and I have a lot of hope that someone is watching, because
for sure,
not only did I overcome the spider bite, that almost took me out. My amputation that almost took me out. When I started dialysis, the catheter that was put in me almost took me out. It got infected.
Yeah.
I went to this.
Oh.
I coded 4 times,
So,
and I was in the code for 4 days.
wow.
From the permacath?
So if that's not a testament, both of you right here, both of you, that is Jonathan Traylor and Chris Acosta, both of you are miracles. You're living miracles.
Yeah.
And I'm doing, and I believe that me overcoming all this it's a sign. You know, there's better things that are coming.
I believe that. I think it's truly a sign. Both of you are a testament that you're both living. I mean, you're a testament that there is a God, and God has a future in store for you. He has things He still needs you to do, Chris. And
and that's what I said.
Now, so you had to learn, you had to adapt to being an amputee, and you had to adapt to a wheelchair, and then you've been adapting to a prosthetic.
Yeah.
These are some other things, obstacles along the way, and you're still conquering obstacles, and you are on. You're amazing, man.
I had to adapt to two. When all this happened to me, I had to adapt to two new lives. One of an amputee, and a life as a dialysis patient, as a person with kidney failure.
So it's double as hard. I mean, most people would just give up right then and there, Chris. Most people would just give up.
And that's the thing. I understand we get thrown, a curveball in our lives, but we shouldn't give up. I see that with a lot of patients that get, they think just because it says end stage, it doesn't mean it's the end of the road.
Right.
That's your choice, right?
Get your butt up. Start looking, start changing to prolong your life. Just because Joe Bob and Bobby Sue's not with you to help you, but somebody else is going to be by your side to make sure you don't fall down. And negativity and the kidney, and kidney failure or renal support groups, negativity is high, but there's also a few people that will share their stories to cheer you up, to give you hope.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I tell people, don't be negative, because it reflects on your character. If you're negative, people think it's a negative person, and they're not going to want you. They're not going to want you by their side because they want to keep having a positive mental attitude. And with you being a negative Nancy, we're not going to want you there. And then that means you're going to be by yourself when you need the people the most.
Well, negativity is toxic. It's poison, and it fosters more negativity.
It enjoys company.
Right. It's like
negativity
just like misery
attracts. It's like a magnet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a mindset, right, Chris? About being positive. You got to set your mind. It's a mindset. You got to say, you know what? This kidney disease may have took out my kidneys, but it's not going to take me completely out. I'm going to keep fighting, and I'm going to keep believing for good things. And like you said, it's God's way of telling you that He's not done with you yet. He's not done with you. If He was done with you, He would have took you out. He would have taken you home, but He didn't. He's got plans for you. And guys, please, if you're listening, please share this. And if you're interested in any information on Chris, down below on the ticker is Chris's Quest for a Donor is his Facebook page. And please check that out for inquiring about becoming his living donor. Go ahead, Chris.
No. All I can tell people is, if you are interested in becoming a living donor, organ donor, don't be afraid to ask questions, because our biggest misconception is that everybody thinks, oh, we're asking them to give us their life. No, we're just asking you to help us prolong ours.
Yes.
And most people, when you ask them, oh, you're waiting for a donor? Yeah, I'm going to wait for a cadaver. Why would you wait for a cadaver if you're never guaranteed it coming? Why not go out there, seek a donor?
Well, that's just it. Not only that, okay, so the waiting time can be 5 to 8 years, depending upon where you are and the people ahead of you on the list is priority.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then, like we've already addressed and talked about, every year you guys have to fight off these other extenuating illnesses that you have in addition to kidney disease, be it hypertension, diabetes, any number of myriad of other diseases that you're fighting off that may preclude you from being on that eligibility, staying on the eligibility list for transplant. So
yeah, especially you
get knocked off the transplant list, and you don't know how long you would be, off that transplant list before you get back on.
Yep.
Yep.
And people, it's even worse this year, because you get the call, man, and you go in that day and you got sniffles or a cough. Yeah, no, we'll call you when you're better. They're not going to take you in if you have any kind of symptoms related to COVID. And don't get me wrong, I understand that. But it tells you how much more precautions people have to take. Not only us as the recipients, but anybody that's a potential donor.
I will tell you, they gave me a COVID test when I went in. So as soon as I went in, they immediately tested me for COVID. Not just the scan of the temperature and all that. They did the swab.
Did they brain pick their Q-tip?
Yeah, and they tested me for COVID.
It's the nostril and then the one in the back of the throat.
Yeah. They have a fast checking one now that doesn't take as long to test. So, and they did that one in the hospital.
When I went in for my last test for my clearance, they had my results like back in an hour.
Oh, okay.
That's like an hour. So did they prick your finger, Chris, when they did that test, or which test was it?
They just swab your nose and they swab the back of my throat.
Yeah.
And they had the results that fast, the nose swab brain tickler test.
Nowadays, hey, you gotta think about it. It's like, look at our president had COVID on a Wednesday and Friday he was negative. That tells you how fast they're going now.
Not only, throwing the mask off, he was ready to go to rallies and campaigning.
And he's still not wearing a mask. But hey, that tells you either there's the vaccine or he's superhuman. Must be that corn husk hair.
He's probably already received a vaccine, I would say, but who knows?
Who knows? Only the big pharma companies now.
Oh yeah. Hey, I want to tell you, we've got some watchers. We had a few comments. Steve Belcher's been on here. He says he shared the broadcast, so shout out to Steve. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate you.
Steve helps. He speaks up for all the little folks, and he, I might be the most outspoken person I know when it comes to what kidney disease does to us, because he's been on both sides. Because he used to work for DaVita and other dialysis companies, but also the fact that he advocates for people and with this urban media programs. So shout out to Steve and Jared.
Definitely.
You can't forget Jared.
Jared, Warriors Quest, Lisa Baxter, Donna Tassat. There's a whole bunch of people. Jeff Brown, the Honorable Jeff Brown, sitting right there next to you. There's a whole list of advocates that I see that are just, I think, as a team, as a whole, and a unity, and as a team, we could make a mighty force in the kidney community. Yeah,
we can make a lot of noise.
I totally agree with you, Jonathan. You see, it takes more than just one person. That's one of the things one of the reasons why I wear this costume, and one of my favorite sayings with it is, I don't have the speed or the power to do this on my own. I need your help to help me find a living kidney donor. I can't do it on my own.
And that's the problem with
Chris, and neither can you, Jonathan.
Yeah. Oh no.
We do it as a team, and we need also people sharing this video, posts on Chris's page, and even the posts on with Jonathan's page.
And that's one thing we run into. Yes, social media is a very powerful tool, and we can reach, with one post, we could reach millions upon millions of people at any time. But we need that one post to get actually, shared for us to start that chain link and create a reaction, that will make us go viral. It's like we don't. Yeah. When it comes to all this kidney, unless you're famous, no one knows anything about kidney disease. Yeah. No one. It's like you have to be a celebrity dealing with this. Either CKD or lupus, which is another kidney disease, and it's like unless you have you have status, no one's gonna know. And the only person I know that I actually know that had success with his story is Stephen Winfrey, the baseball card guy, who get from his now wife, back then was his girlfriend, and she created the baseball card that went global, and everybody knows who they are. Why? Because of a baseball card. That's the only reason people know about kidney disease. Because it's not like there's a commercial, or it's not like there's like a poster on the bill, like a billboard, telling you, hey, watch out, you might get CKD, because it's not something. It's taboo. No one talks about it.
And you're right. And prior to kidney disease, I didn't see any commercials, or you didn't see any celebrities, doing any kind of live commercials or anything on chronic kidney disease. But you see it for cancer, and cancer is horrible. It's terrible, but it's not recognized.
There are celebrities that have had kidney transplants. I wish that Selena Gomez, and some of these celebrities who have had kidney transplants would take center stage.
Yep. George Lopez is another one.
Really, I didn't know that about George Lopez.
Yeah, his ex-wife gave him a kidney.
Yep.
And then he divorced her.
So the basketball player, NBA basketball player Alonzo Mourning, I don't know if you remember him from the 90s and early 2000s. Yeah, he had a kidney.
He played at the Heat.
He had a kidney transplant. Yeah, he had a kidney transplant as well. And there's been some other players that's gotten kidney transplants, but currently
that are not not in the league right now, but they were NFL players. Another advocate, Gary Burley, Willie Blackwell, I think his name is. Yeah. And there's a rapper now. I just saw it the other day.
Scarface.
Yes.
Yeah.
They need the kidney transplant.
Yeah. And he's out of, I believe he lives in Houston, but I'm not sure. Yeah. I think he's in the Houston area.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I just saw that he started a campaign to find a donor, which is great. But don't try to do it just because it's a celebrity. Do it because you
Right.
like it.
No, everybody is just as important as the next guy or gal, and you never know where your share is going to go and the journey of that share once you click it. But it's only one click away, and it doesn't take very long, folks. So hit the share button, click it, and you never know, your share may very well be the share that reaches a healthy, willing, and able kidney donor candidate for Chris Acosta.
And I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Jeff, because that's one of the reasons why I do what I do, is because I feel like, like some people's like, well, why do you share so much? Why do you post so much? Why do you have multiple pages? Well, it's going to be that one time that I click share and share that, and that right person comes along and sees that post and feels compelled in their heart to want to be an organ donor. And it's nothing for me. I don't get anything from it other than I feel like it's a blessing to see someone else get a kidney. I get joy from that, from helping somebody else out. And like you were talking about the celebrities, there's no way, if I was a celebrity, there's no way I could go in a hole and not share my story. I would want to become an advocate. I would, invest. I would donate money. I would hold fundraisers. I would use my celebrity status to try to help further get out the kidney, CKD and kidney disease information and education out there.
No, it's like if we could get infomercials for Viagra, I think we could get infomercials for Renal or some kind of kidney,
for sure.
Stuff. We need it.
Yeah, no doubt.
But,
what do you think? What do you think, Flash?
Well, yeah, there needs to be more education out there. The one thing I wanted to ask you, Chris, if you don't mind, before you received the spider bite that gave you this infection that started this whole tribulation of kidney disease for you, did you have diabetes? And was diabetes? Did the diabetes exasperate the infections that you had?
Well, it does, because your immune system is already messed up. So if you get an infection or you get sick, it takes you longer than the normal person to recover.
Right.
Me, dealing, with diabetes and having the spider bite and the infection in my system. So, but even though I was getting, treatment at home, with an IV, it's still a slow recovery. So if you have something hit you, the next thing that comes into your body, it's going to be throwing a party in your system, because it's going to be joining up with the last one.
Of the worst magnitude as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, cool. What's going on here?
Your body has no way of fighting it off because you have low immunity.
It's a slow healing process.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right.
So
the same thing's going to happen once you get transplanted, Chris, because you're going to be on immune suppressants, and you still got to be mindful of infection and things like that, because you're going to be on the immune suppression, so that your body doesn't attack the kidney.
Yeah, so it doesn't think it's the enemy.
Yeah.
But I welcome all challenges, because I've had my share, and hey, why not add another one to my plate?
I have no doubt, Chris. I have no doubt that anything placed in front of your path, you'll be able to overcome them, surmount them, and that God will give you the strength to do so. And I also firmly believe that there is a kidney donor in store for you, and we will see the light at the end of this tunnel for you in that regard.
Well, I hope so. Because even like on the day I do receive my gift, this mission doesn't stop because there's more people out there that will be joining that list that will need help, that need advocates, that need people to stand up for them or to show them the way.
Well, I love to hear that because we can always use more kidney donor advocates.
Oh, for
on
sure.
the team.
Yeah,
and Chris, your story is important. Your story, you have your own personal story, just like I have my own personal story, and you can help. You're going to help a certain select group of people that I can't reach. You understand what I'm saying? Because of what you've been through personally.
I would even go as far as saying, Jonathan, that these stories, these experiences, these hardships are testimonies.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And that's character, and it makes us stronger.
That's right. For sure. No doubt. Chris, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I just turned 40 in May.
Okay. So I'm 42. I'm going to be 43. So we're right around the same age.
Yeah. I stopped celebrating my birthday about 12 years ago, and I'm not going to disclose my age. I'm glad, yeah.
I'll be hoping for another 40, and if it all goes well, another 40.
I hear you. Well, guys, if you're watching this, let's help Chris get there. Go to his Facebook page, Chris's Quest for a Donor, and please share this. Please, like my man Jeff's brother Jared says, don't be stingy. Share this video. Let's get it out there. And
that's
let
right.
People know about it. Let's show some generosity. Don't be stingy. Reach down and click that share button.
I have a friend, Kinsey Lee, that says, we don't bury good organs.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't bury the good ones.
Yeah. Chris, man, I really appreciate you coming on. And Jeff, man, I really appreciate you coming on too. This has been a great episode. If you had a chance to, talk, to someone and you had a chance to advocate for yourself, for someone out there that may be watching or get a hold of this video later, what would you say to them, Chris?
Well, if it's someone that's like me in my position dealing with CKD, just know that you're never alone. There's always someone out there that is willing to hear you, even if they don't have the time, but they will hear you. And never think you're doing, this battle is a solo mission, because it isn't. There's always a team that will stand behind you, in front of you, and next to you. And they will guide you to make sure you reach that, the promised land that you need to reach. And that is receiving a transplant or somehow reversing your CKD.
Well, that's because
there's people that reverse the CKD, man.
Somebody in your corner. You may not see that person in your corner, but there's going to be somebody in your corner.
Yeah. Even if you don't know them personally, it might not be your family. It might be someone that you met, on social media, like Mike situation with Jeff.
Or maybe on Twitter, huh, Chris?
Yeah, that's how I met Jeff, and we've been a team ever since day one, since I met him.
Wow. So you met Jeff on Twitter. How did that come about?
I was just posting that I had that. That's when I just started my campaign, and I was posting, and Jeff got a hold of my tweet and replied to me that, hey, I could help you, and he's been helping me ever since. And we have been able to reach a large amount of audience because of our tweets and posts.
So it seems like in the kidney community, and I found out with social media, it's almost like a domino effect. So like once I got associated with certain advocates for, they either see me on urban media interviews or Warriors Quest interview or whatever, and they friended me. And then the next thing I know, I'm friends with Jeff, And then the next thing I know, I'm advocating with him. I decided to just start sharing, and and I shared my story, and then I would share other people's posts, and I was much like you. Even though I was going through CKD and I was going through dialysis, I still wanted to advocate and help out, just because I knew what was going on. I knew what I figured that everybody knew what I was going through because they were going through the same thing, and I was like, I want to share that because I've been there.
All our stories are different, but we all are going through the same thing, but we each tell different stories.
Yes. But the kidney community is great because, we bind together, and then, before you know it, you've got a lot of different friends. You may not know them personally, but you know their story and you know what they've been through, because we've all been through a common sufferings with kidney disease.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There's a common denominator, commonality, common ground that you all have experienced,
Mm-hmm. Whether it came from lupus or PKD, polycystic, or hereditary, or type 2 diabetes, hypertension.
Polycystic fibrosis or whatever it is. Poly6, right?
And then there's FSGS. There's a lot of different ways. You even got kidney cancer that some people go through. So there's just so many ways of getting it.
Acute kidney injury, which happens with women who are pregnant.
Yeah. Or if you end up in a car wreck and you get hit in the back, it can injure your kidney, or something, like that. Yeah. So, but
it's, if you're going through the same situation as I am, or as some of us have, start your campaigning. It all starts with you. Someone will follow. Someone will run across it and want to be part of it.
Yeah, don't sit around and don't be idle. One of the things that I really enjoy about advocating for you, Chris, is that you're very interactive. And you let your voice be heard. You share posts via a poster or a video that I create, and you let me know how you feel about each and every one of them. And it's a lot easier to create a post for a person I'm advocating for when I know that person pretty well.
Yeah, but we also can't just let advocates do all the work. We have to do our part. We can't just sit around and let the team at the hospital or at your center do everything. You have to do your part. That's why I started a campaign, because I'm like, I cannot just sit around and let my team at CAC do everything. I cannot just, do that. I have to be part of a team. And I jumped, did my thing, and it created a team for me with the advocates, with you guys. And now I want other people to realize they could do the same thing. You just have to take that step and do it.
That's true. And you know what? Once they take that step, it's a matter of just the first step. Then the second step, there are people who will take, well, figuratively speaking, you can't do that now, take their hand and help them along, and the people will be there to give assistance.
Yes.
Along the way.
You are your own best advocate. And I know you've heard that many times, but it's so true. I mean, you are your own best advocate. So, if you're going through the same thing Chris is going through, start advocating for yourself. Because like I said, and you'll hear it time and time again, you are your own best advocate.
That is exactly true.
Do you have anybody that you'd like to say, hello to or give a shout out to?
There's many people. Everybody that helps me with what I'm going through, my family, my friends, my my advocates, the Browns, Gary Burley, who's actually the one that introduced me to the Browns and all that good stuff on the internet, because he's literally the first person that shared my post, I think, that was going through kidney disease. Everyone that Steve Belcher with his urban projects, everybody who has shared a post, who has either donated to me getting my teeth fixed, anybody who's set eyes on my ads, my videos, that were created, and believe in me. The biggest word is believe in me,
right.
because
right.
I know they might not know what exactly what I'm going through because they're not in my body, but they hope and pray that I get better. And I hope and pray that they don't ever have to be in my situation.
Right.
And but I just want to say thank you to everybody so far.
Yeah.
And soon, I believe we're going to have amazing news. And, the day that comes,
that's the positive attitude I love to see in you.
I'll try to do a cartwheel as an amputee and see if it works.
Well, Chris, that's one of the reasons why I had you on the show, man, is because I believe in you. And, the name of the show is Hope with Jonathan. And this show is to bring, encourage you, bring you hope. It's not about me. It's about the patient. And, that's what I wanted to do. That's my end goal of having these type of shows, these type of interviews, is not only to advocate for you, a living donor, but to give you hope and encourage you. And, man, we're believing for you. We're, standing beside you, brother. Me and Jeff both. Jeff, you got anything else you want to add today?
I want to thank you, Jonathan, for allowing me to be here as the co-host. And Chris, I want to remind you that I'm in your corner, buddy, right? I always will be. And I cannot wait for the day where I hear the good news and I start booking a flight to LAX.
Yeah, his unfortunately he just gave me a text.
His video froze up,
and said, his laptop died. But you know what, Chris, there's enough on here, and we're right here at the end that we got Chris's story out. And guys, if you're interested in any information, you can go to Chris's Quest for a Donor. His hospital is on there. Is the link to the transplant hospital is there, and the phone number is there. And me and Jeff, go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, he's blood. He has blood type O. Blood type O is one of the most common ones, which means more people need it, and it's more in demand than any other one. So it can be blood type O or negative, or blood type O positive. He's listed at Keck USC Hospital. They also at Keck USC Hospital do the paired kidney exchange program. So if you are not blood type O and you still want to help Chris out by being a living kidney donor, call them up and tell them that you'd like to apply and submit for the paired exchange program, and they will tell you what information they'll need from you.
Yes. Soon enough, me and Jeff are going to do a live show where we're going to talk about a lot of different patients that are in need of a transplant. Be looking for that soon. I really appreciate all the love and support and feedback for Hope with Jonathan. I appreciate my guest, Chris Acosta, and Jeff Brown being on Hope with Jonathan. And hey, guys, tune in. Please share this video and check out Chris's page, Chris's Quest for a Donor. And we're gonna leave you for now, but we definitely will be back. You guys take care. Wait a minute, Chris is coming back in. Let me see if I can get you back in here, Chris. So maybe hey, Chris.
Sorry.
I brought you back in.
Yeah, my niece is like,
and he's back.
And I'm like, oh no.
Well, hey, we were just doing our goodbyes. So if you want, man, I'm gonna let you end the show.
Oh no, then let's do it then. I just want to let people know, don't give up, because it isn't an easy road, but it's not going to get any easier if you give up.
That's right. Yeah.
That's all I can tell them. Don't give up.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate your positivity, and man, you got a great outlook on this, and if I'm hoping that this video gets in front of someone to be compelled to come forth for you to be your donor, and I'm gonna do my part and continue to share for you and advocate, and alongside Jeff, and I'm believing for great things, man. I have hope.
Jonathan, you're in San Antonio, right?
In the San Antonio area, yes.
Okay. My spider bite was in San Antonio.
Oh, wow.
What a coincidence.
Wow.
So do you know where Kerrville is? Kerrville?
No.
Chris Acosta?
I don't know the small cities around like the major cities in Texas.
Yeah.
But I was in San Antonio.
He's based out of Kerrville, Texas, which is a suburb. What are you, like 30 minutes away from San Antonio?
Yeah, 45. Depends upon how fast you drive on I-10. In Texas, you can drive 90. Everybody drives about 90 on the I-10. So.
Yeah, that's where my story, my whole ordeal started in San Antonio.
Oh wow. Where was you at in San Antonio? Where at?
I was staying by this by the Riverwalk. I was in San Antonio for a concert because I used to work with musicians, and so we were in San Antonio for 5 days. So I know it either happened walking around the Riverwalk or in my hotel, but that's where I got bit.
Yeah, and were you a merchandise manager for these bands that you were? Yeah, name a couple of the bands that you worked with.
I've worked with bands like Big Sean, Jill Scott, Kanye West, Maná, Deftones, D'Angelo, stuff like that, man.
I love Jill Scott, man.
With some good people.
Wow. Did you get to interact with them personally and stuff, or just no?
Unless you work with an artist that's on a smaller tour, like a smaller non-arena stadium tour, you could see them. But if it's like an artist, like Kanye, which is not in the club, you'll never see them unless unless you're hanging out at catering and they walk by to go get food. That's the only time. Only interaction with most of these artists. But there's some bands where I interacted and became good friends with them, and kudos to those guys.
So if you get transplanted, do you look to go back into that, or what do you think about doing?
I would love to. I would so love to, many times over.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I know that you miss more than anything is being able to work and and be in a sense independent, right?
Yeah, I miss work. I miss working because I don't like relying on assistance or asking people for help with assistance. And I rather be working, doing my own thing, and traveling. Traveling was the biggest.
God bless you, Chris.
Yeah, God bless you, man. We're going to continue to advocate alongside Jeff Brown. Hey, guys, Chris Acosta, I really appreciate you coming on. Jeff, again, I appreciate you. Hey, guys, it's been another episode with Hope with Jonathan. Continue to look out for these type of videos. Y'all take care. God bless.
All right. Likewise. Everybody have a nice day.